Did you know Pinellas County is the most densely populated county in the state? Crazy, right? We're a small county with a lot of people. Despite our density, the county manages over 20,000 acres of parks and preserves. These natural areas are actively managed to ensure public safety and the health and functionality of the ecosystems found there. There's a catch though. Land managers can't always conduct traditional land management techniques like prescribed fire in these areas. Why not? Well, long story short is, these natural areas are all surrounded by development. Development means people, and people means, well, I'll let you fill in the blank. Land managers need environmental conditions to be just right in order to get the script to conduct a prescribed burn. One of those conditions is the wind speed and direction. If the wind is going to blow smoke from a prescribed fire into a neighborhood, not likely going to get the script. And if the land you manage is surrounded by neighborhoods, you're a lot less likely to get your prescription. So if land managers can't use prescribed fire to manage these natural areas, what do? They mimic natural processes like fire with other beneficial techniques. Let's explore. Now, keep in mind, there is no real replacement for fire, but researchers have been studying and evaluating various techniques for decades. These techniques often require heavy equipment and machinery. Different equipment is used to implement treatments that mimic fire. Treatment terms include, but are not limited to, mowing, mulching, masticating, chipping, and thinning. When we see these large pieces of equipment that appear to be destroying existing green spaces, it can be disheartening. But fear not, I'm here to mend your heart. But first, I need to take us on a quick detour to have a short lesson about fire. Many of Florida's ecosystems have adapted to fire over thousands of years, to the point where they require fire to thrive and survive. Fire needs 3 elements to occur: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Heat is the ignition source. This could be from lightning, someone trying their hand at pyrology, or an accidental spark or ember from something like a lawnmower or bonfire. Fuel is the existing vegetation, leaf litter, and dead wood. And oxygen is, well, there. In the absence of fire, vegetation continues to grow more and more dense, making the fuel loads, as land managers would call it, high. When fuel loads are high, fires can burn really hot, and really hot fires kill trees. And nobody likes that. People's homes and lives can also be at risk if a wildfire burns out of control. Furthermore, densely vegetated areas can cause tree stress due to overcrowding. Think about it, the more plants in one area, the more competition for resources. Vegetation can also become so thick it shades out existing plant species. All that to say, it's very important to keep fire, or a mimic of fire, around to maintain critically important habitats and ecosystems while ensuring public safety. Okay, still with me? Good. Back to the big, heavy machines. Mechanical thinning activities clear out densely vegetated areas, mimicking similar effects as fire. There are many benefits to wildland fires, and the same is true of mechanical thinning. I know, it's hard to imagine, but it's true. Mechanical thinning removes something called fuel ladders. No, not those kinds of ladders. High-growing vegetation is cut down, preventing fires from growing and spreading to the tops of trees and causing significant harm to the tree canopy. Get it? Fuel ladder? Mechanical thinning also clears out the dense vegetation, allowing for easier movement of wildlife. This permits sunlight to reach the forest floor too, which helps initiate new plant growth. New plant growth then has access to nutrients from decomposing materials from the thinning processes, supporting increased plant diversity. Studies have also suggested thinning improves tree health. Remember that idea of competition? In certain areas, mechanical thinning can also be used as a tool to prepare a site for prescribed fires. Once the thinning reduces the amount of standing vegetation or fuels, prescribed fire can be reintroduced. Pretty cool, huh? So the next time you're at a park or preserve in Pinellas County and see large equipment or machinery taking out existing vegetation, remember this video, take a deep breath, and know that the land managers are doing their best to ensure the public safety and the health of these areas and their resident plants and animals.